I'm Erin.
And I'm Dana.
And this is
Crimes We Didn't Commit.
Episode 3.
Woohoo!
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
I know. It feels like we've been doing this for an eternity.
But I also feel like we're still like newbies.
We are. We absolutely are.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
The response we're getting is great.
It is. It's really good.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
except
glad.
for the one we got was
Oh, did someone say something bad?
not bad, but extreme criticism, which was great and we accept it. But it's hard to take sometimes when we
Who? Oh, okay.
work so hard.
Yeah.
And we're still so new.
Yeah.
But we appreciate all feedback.
Absolutely. We need it.
Yeah. We need to
Because
hear the
otherwise-
hard stuff.
Yeah, but if you're out there and you have something,
Negative to say.
don't tell us.
Don't. We're sensitive
Let
and
us-
we cry.
You've cried like 4 times the past 10 minutes.
Yeah, I have.
And I cry on a daily basis.
Yeah.
We can't deal with it.
No, I could cry right now, like right now.
Yeah. Like now.
Like 5 minutes ago.
And tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm already planning my cry for tomorrow.
You did mention, you're like, I was planning on crying after we worked out.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
I know, but I didn't.
Great.
Which is
Yeah.
really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
A good cry is nice though.
Yeah, it is.
It regulates the cortisol levels. You know, it
yeah.
it does something. It makes your
It's
skin
a release of
radiant.
stress. It makes my eyes puffy.
Make you sleepy.
Yeah.
And
Headache.
oh, that too. And then all of a sudden you're just so dehydrated.
Yeah. I need water and a whole pack of tissues.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. I need the Puffs Plus ones.
The ones with lotion.
Yes.
Those are great.
Yeah, because if I don't have those,
My whole
I'm red.
nose is like cut up.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing when they added Plus lotion.
They should have had that all along.
They really should have. But I never would have thought of that, in all honesty.
No.
I don't think a lot of the inventions that have happened and creations, never would have thought of it.
Well, what I will say though is I thought of DoorDash before DoorDash was DoorDash. I was sitting on the couch like, oh, I really want a sandwich,
Right now.
but I don't want to go get one.
And I want to pay lots of money for it.
I'm like, God, I wish someone would go get me the sandwich and bring it to me.
Yeah.
And then 3 years later,
And they don't complain about it.
yeah. Yeah. Or I have to give them like gas money or something.
Yeah.
And then 3 years later, DoorDash.
DoorDash. I have never used DoorDash.
What?
Never.
What?
Or Uber Eats or any of that.
What?
Yeah.
Me either.
I told my older sister, Netta, I told her about, she uses DoorDash a lot.
Same.
And she was like, I can't justify getting a pedicure. And I was like, how about the next time you decide you want a DoorDash, you just don't. And then that way you can justify your pedicure.
Yeah.
And then she texted me like the next day. She was like, I got the DoorDash. And I said, no pedicure for you. No pedicure for you.
Got them ugly toes.
Yeah. But anyway.
See, I just get both. I will
Yeah.
sit in a pedicure and order DoorDash while I'm in the pedicure chair.
I'm a spender.
Yeah.
I'm a spender.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
every store, every
I get got.
time.
Yep.
Every time.
Yep.
It's like the TJ Maxx stuff we were talking about the other time.
Dude,
Like
I have to be so disciplined to drive by a store.
yeah.
And if I'm having a weak moment, I will go in.
Oh yeah.
I will go not knowing what I'm even looking for.
No, there was no reason for me to go to Madewell after lunch. I just saw the sign and I was like, oh, okay. And my feet just went into the direction.
It's crazy. I'll find myself in Lululemon. I'm like, I
Don't need this.
can't buy this
I have
right now.
40 leggings.
Yeah, I do.
I also can't afford anything.
No.
I don't. It's magical how money just gets spent.
I told you about that app.
Yeah.
Curtsy.
Yeah. I still haven't looked at it.
It's amazing.
I thought about looking at it, but I just went to American Eagle instead.
It's amazing. And
Yeah.
I wish they would sponsor us, but they're never gonna probably.
Curtsy, you're out
Curtsy,
there.
5 stars.
Na na.
Yeah, shopping's an addiction.
Brought to you by Shopping Addiction.
Brought to you by Cursey Nut. All right.
Well, you have a case
I have
that
a
we have
case-
discussed the past 2 weeks.
A while.
Week,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
been.
yeah.
And apparently it's very dramatic. And there's a lot of parts.
There's so many parts, and I had to try and dial it back a little bit.
Yeah.
But I hit all the major points.
Okay. I hate when you have to do that because there's so much
know.
information that is out there.
I know.
Not for everything, but
Right.
for some cases. There's
Yeah.
a shit ton.
This could have been a 3-parter, honestly.
Wow.
With all the information.
Yeah, I remember I was looking up this one murder thing, and I made like a script for it, and then I found out that like there was so much more.
Yeah.
So much more.
I did that too.
Yeah.
We even recorded one that I looked back on and did more research.
And then we deleted it.
And I'm like, wait, I didn't get that right at all.
Yeah.
So
if you are planning on this podcast to be 100% factual, you would be wrong.
well, we are factual.
We find as much as we can, and we believe what we have to say.
Yes. Well, and I think what we do put out is factual.
Yeah.
There's just facts that,
There are more of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I can't. I mean, I feel like most of the stuff that I've said is pretty factual.
yeah, same.
But
Same.
yeah.
And I did also add a video onto the last episode in the show notes. So it's just a
Oh,
YouTube
cool.
video that shows,
I didn't even see that.
I know I forgot to tell you, that shows the guys that you were talking about.
Yeah, Lawrence and Roy.
Yeah. And like, the trial part of it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's really
It's
cool.
interesting to see them on the stands.
Yes. Because
Especially like with their glasses.
Whitaker took the stand
Yes.
and
he did.
testified, which
Yup.
the pride and the ego of
That it
that
takes. I love when serial killers represent themselves.
Oh.
And I'm just like, you dumb bitch.
Idiot. Like Lori Vallow.
Yeah.
She represented herself.
And I'm like,
And
are you? And like, what
she's
the fuck is wrong with you?
already sentenced to death in Idaho. Like, what? Actually, no. She got life in prison. Chad Daybell got
What a
the
name.
death penalty.
Chad.
Yeah. Daybell. Weirdo.
Chad.
So
Is that short for anything?
Chadwick, maybe?
Oh yeah, Chatterton.
Chat GPT.
Perhaps.
This case is, they don't really have a name, but I did see one of the snuff murders.
Okay.
So that should tell you a little bit
Yeah.
about what they
Makes me
did.
think snuff films.
Yes.
All that good
Yeah.
stuff.
Leonard Lake and Charles Ng, which is weird, but that's the way to say it.
And it's spelled
NG.
NG.
Yeah,
Anyone out
so-
there? Is that? Are you sure? Did you look up pronunciation?
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah. That's how it's said. He's originally from Hong Kong. From
China.
Hong Kong.
Gong gong.
So I'm just going to use Charles.
Perfect.
So I don't have to do that.
I love that.
Every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Leonard Lake, he was born in San Francisco. He was the oldest of 3. His family struggled financially and even sometimes lived in public housing. When Lake was of kindergarten age, his father left the family, and some months later, his mother also abandoned him.
Dang.
Yeah. He was eventually raised by his grandmother. His life was now materially better, and he no longer suffered hunger and poverty. He even enjoyed attending summer nature camps.
Oh, that's really wholesome.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Like what a come up story.
Yeah. You're just like, oh, I was abandoned. I was just this thing.
Yeah.
And now I have love
Aw.
and stuff
Yeah.
and grass and
But-
plants.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't stay that way.
I know. I just wish it could.
By all accounts, he was intelligent, but deeply troubled.
As they always are.
At a young age, he began showing disturbing behavior. He had an obsession with control. He had an early exposure to pornography.
From who? His grandma?
Yeah. Honestly, yes. He also had started cruelty toward animals.
It's part of the triangle.
That triangle, man.
Yeah. We're going to reference that every episode.
And we haven't even really...
We don't actually know
said-
what the triangle is.
Yeah, but it's the triangle of serial killers.
It's the serial killer
It's
triangle.
the behaviors of serial
Yeah. The
killers.
trifecta.
And the shape.
Shamana,
Again.
torture.
When he was a teenager, Lake took nude photographs of women, including sisters and cousins.
Oh.
Which his grandmother apparently encouraged.
Oh.
Like, what?
The grandma?
Oh, yeah. Grandma was like, do that thing. Take
Can
that
you
picture.
imagine your grandma?
Mm-mm.
If my grandma said something like that, I'm like, you're going to a home.
Yeah.
You're going to it's bye-bye time.
No, my grandmother she's so wholesome. And
yeah. Mine is very religious. So it's like, there would be no way.
Right. Yeah.
No way.
My grandma's very like, whoop, baby doll. You know, she's so sweet and cute.
That's adorable.
He became fixated on the idea of capturing and controlling women, so his favorite book was called The Collector. The
Klepto, yes.
The Collector, a book in which the protagonist kidnaps a woman solely to keep her in his possession. Like butterflies he collects as a hobby, which is in the book. Right?
That's a normal thing to do, collecting butterflies.
Yeah, but the kidnapping of women.
Oh, right.
Part,
I just completely blanked on that portion.
You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love butterflies.
Let's remember the horrible things, too. Later in life, Lake got married and wanted to make pornographic films with her.
Oh.
She left him while he was in the military because she was like, yeah, no, I don't want that life.
Yeah, I feel like you should discuss that prior to marriage.
Yeah.
That's like one of those things. Like if you have like a kink or something like that, you should
should
definitely run it by them.
You should know that.
Just be like, hey.
But he was able to pull her in.
But not keep her.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Lake was a United States Marine from January 1964 to January 1971. He bragged about killing during the Vietnam War, but he never saw battle. So he's like, yeah, I killed a bunch of motherfuckers. He never, ever went to battle.
No. Never.
His second tour in Vietnam ended with his spending 2 months in a mental ward back in California.
Oh, wow.
So they sent him back to be like, you need help.
Yeah.
After which, he was diagnosed with schizoid personality disorder.
That's just like, what's his face?
Whittaker?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was later medically discharged from the Marines. After he left the military, he became obsessed with being a survivalist.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I think there's a line.
Yes.
Right? Like being a survivalist, like great, be prepared.
Yeah. All of those things, know how to, scavenge or whatever it is. And all of those
for example,
things.
when COVID hit, all the survivalists were like,
yeah, my time to shine.
We prepared for this.
Yeah, you're going to die.
Yeah. He thought that the world was going to end in war or even another Holocaust would happen. So,
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, but at the same time,
come on.
Yeah.
Like, chill out.
Yeah.
If things are going to happen, they're going to happen. Just try to enjoy life.
I understand people having a fear of that happening again, right? If it happened before, it could happen again.
Yeah.
At the same time, he became obsessed.
Yeah, that's the issue, is when it's an obsession.
Yeah.
Because that's when shit gets out of hand.
Yes. And due to his obsession, he stockpiled weapons. Basically collecting any kind he could get his hands on.
I would stockpile food.
I mean, he was just like, give me that Get.
Yeah.
Give me that Glock. He was just everything.
I need that whatever thing of shooting.
In 1974, Lake moved in with Venus Salem at a ranch. It was a counterculture enclave north of Ukiah, California.
Salem.
Which is basically like a commune with a bunch of survivalists and anti-war activists. So just super hippie.
Hippie dippy. Yeah. She has a cool name, though.
Super cool.
Venus Salem. She should be a witch.
She should. Venus Salem. This is where he met his second wife, or who would become his second wife.
Okay.
Her name is Clarilyn Balaz, but they called her Cricket.
So that's fun.
We'll just go by Cricket.
That's fun.
So he married her in September of 1981. So he was there for quite some time. Yeah. What I read was he was there for like 8 years.
Wow. Okay. So he was doing his thing.
Yeah. He
could have just stayed like that.
I know.
That would be nice.
It gets worse. She was aware of his sexual fantasies and even appeared in some of his pornographic films.
Oh, okay. So she was down.
She was like, I'm here for this.
Clown.
But their marriage would only last more than a year. Or little less than a year.
Oh, okay. That's very different than more
That
than a
is
year.
so many more differences. Now, let's get into Charles. Charles was born on December 24th of 1960 in Hong Kong, China.
Okay.
The son of a wealthy businessman who apparently was physically abusive towards him and extremely strict.
That sounds stressful.
Which I feel like that's the culture.
Like
in
being,
China?
yeah, you want to succeed.
Yeah.
I mean, they have very intelligent and just like highly productive individuals.
Well, disciplined, right?
Yes, very disciplined.
Yeah.
It's very admirable.
It is.
But not like,
Not to the extreme
don't hurt
of
me.
Yeah. But because of his father being that way, Charles was a rebellious teenager who was frequently caught stealing and was expelled from several schools.
Okay.
So he turned into like a klepto, basically.
Oh.
In 18, Charles obtained a student study to study in the United States, where he briefly attended the College of Notre Dame. Not the Notre Dame, but the one in Belmont, California.
The other Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Where's the original Notre Dame?
It's on the East Coast.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know the exact state, but I know it's on the East Coast.
It sounds like a Massachusetts thing.
Possibly.
I don't know why it feels that way, but I also don't know sports ball teams or anything like that. And so
I'm not aware of where many colleges are.
No. I'm not aware of many things.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
Anyway,
we just did research.
So the California Notre Dame,
right? But he did end up dropping out. Now, after being charged in a relation to a hit and run offense, Charles lied about his birthplace, and to avoid any
like repercussions.
Yeah, he joined the Marines.
Okay. He was like, you know what I should do?
Yeah.
I'm going to join the army.
Yeah. So in order to join the Marines,
to avoid repercussions.
You have to be a U.S. citizen.
Right. That makes sense.
But he had fraudulent papers.
Wow.
And he just faked his way into the Marines.
You could fake your way through a lot of things back then.
Back then, it was like...
There's like, here's a sheet of paper that says something.
I
believe it.
Paper driver's license.
Yes. Hello.
Wild. Yes, I'm legal drive here. I just printed this at home. While he was in the Marines, once again, he was caught stealing.
Okay.
This time, it was military weapons. And I read it was $11,000 worth of military weapons.
That's many
and that
dollars.
Was back in...
So in today's dollars,
early
it would be like 5 million.
Literally. Yeah, literally. This time, he served 3 years in Leavenworth prison. When he got out, this is when the two meet.
Oh.
Yes. Leonard Lake
little meet cute.
And Charles met around 1980 and 1981 through a survivalist magazine advertisement placed by Lake.
What did he advertise?
I didn't say.
Oh.
It was some survivalist thing where...
Hey, do you like guns?
Do you like weapons?
Do you like porn? Do you like my wife?
Do you like... Well, they met and it was love at first shared interest in fucked up shit is what I wrote. They both love weapons and were both ex-Marines. Charles looked up to Lake as a mentor of sorts because Charles was much younger than Lake at the time.
That's not a good mentor.
No, he was like, well, I love you. They even had shared interests in the book The Collector.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. That's when it gets
now I want to read this book.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
They created what they called Operation Miranda.
Not to be confused with Miranda rights.
Also from the book The Collector.
Oh, good.
So
they're going to be copying all of that cruelty.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was their philosophy and ideas they would later put into action. And there is a video of Lake. It's wild. And I'll put the video in the show notes so that you guys can go and watch it. And I kind of take out some points to be able to give you an idea of what it says.
Of the video?
Yeah. Lake wanted to continue his obsession with pornography by kidnapping women and making tapes that he would call the M tapes.
For Miranda.
Yeah. It's really long and It's insane. You just have to watch it. The way his attitude is, he's
Yeah.
just sitting in a recliner. Just
Is it like a video manifesto type of
he's recording
something
himself just talking
about?
on a recliner, talking about what his plans are,
Oh.
how he thinks.
And he's just
what is-
casually saying
Yeah.
all of this stuff that he wants to do to women.
Yeah. So he says what stands out immediately is he knows exactly what he is. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
He calls himself a sexist. He admits he uses women. He even says he can fake emotions to get what he wants.
Oh.
What's crazy too is how aware.
He's very self-aware.
Yes. He knows what he's doing
And he knows
is
it's wrong.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, oh well.
Yeah. And that's what makes this so unsettling.
Yeah.
He said, there's no confusion here. There's no denial. It's full awareness without any remorse.
Well, way to put himself, like, he can't do an insanity plea now
No,
if he ever wanted to.
No. He doesn't see women as people. To him, they're objects. Something to use, something to satisfy a need, and then discard. He admits that openly. He talks about how he's been in multiple relationships, multiple marriages, dozens of partners, but none of them last. Because he doesn't actually want connection. He wants control.
Okay.
And that's when things take a darker turn. He describes wanting a situation where a woman has no autonomy, where he can use her whenever he wants, and then essentially put her away when he's done.
Oh, okay.
That's not a relationship.
No.
That's ownership.
That is 100%. He wants a slave.
And maybe the worst, like the most chilling part of all this is, like we said, he knows he's wrong.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing is wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it just gives me like...
It gives me, it gives me, chills.
Yeah.
It gives me chills.
He says it himself. He knows it's illegal. He knows it violates basic human rights. But he follows that with the decision to pursue it anyways. This isn't about someone losing control. This is about someone making a choice. And when you listen to it closely, you can hear the shift from fantasy to intention. And this wasn't just talk. Everything he described, control, domination, ownership, he did. He targeted young women, gained their trust, and then took away their ability to choose. He restrained them, controlled them, turned fantasy into reality, and it escalated to murder. And afterwards, he kept trophies because this was never about sex. It was about control. Now, Charles wasn't just there. He was an active part of it. While Lake built the fantasy, so the mastermind,
Yeah.
Charles helped carry it out. He was, quote unquote, the enforcer. He helped lure victims in, control them, and keep them captive. When it was time for violence, Charles doesn't hesitate. Together, they turned that idea into total domination, into something real. Kidnapping, imprisonment, murder. This wasn't one man's plan. It was two people choosing to make it happen.
And Charles is just like, he's like a puppy.
Yeah.
To him.
Yeah.
Like,
basically,
he's
whatever.
like, I'm just going to do whatever you do because I love
Yes.
you and you're so much smarter than me.
Yes.
And what a turn.
I know.
What a turn.
I know.
Like, to go from such a like prestigious household in Hong Kong to I'm going to pursue an education in the United States.
Yeah.
To that.
Yes.
Like
imagine if he never looked at that ad.
Yeah.
He'd probably still be in
He
prison.
probably would be like a
because
fucktard. Yeah.
he loved to steal shit.
Right. But I mean, he would have a higher chance of not murdering people.
Yeah.
I would think if he didn't see that ad.
Yeah. I don't think from what I've read that he wouldn't have killed people if it weren't for Lake.
Yeah. Because he looked up to him.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. Together they created a system where victims were kidnapped, imprisoned, and abused before being killed. Lake's ex-wife, Clarelyn, just that name is weird.
Clarelyn.
It's weird saying it.
Because Carolyn, I mean, I've heard that. Or Clara.
Clarelyn.
Clarelyn.
So he met her at that commune, and her family had a cabin in a remote area in Wileysville, California. Lake had built a survivalist bunker behind the cabin. That's the place where they decided would be the best to carry out Operation Miranda.
Okay.
So between July of 1984 and April 1985, 12 people went missing from Northern California.
That wasn't a survivalist bunker.
No.
That
it was
was
a
the
torture
complete
chamber.
opposite. They murdered people.
Yes.
That's not survival.
No.
Surviving.
This is not surviving. No one survived it.
Dang.
Yeah. All right. So the first victim, this wasn't random. It was someone that they knew, someone who trusted them, and that trust is exactly what they used against her. Her name was Brenda O'Connor, and she was 20 years old.
Oh, no.
She lived nearby with her boyfriend, Lonnie, and their 1-year-old baby, Lonnie Jr.
It's weird when people do that.
Yeah.
When they're just like, oh, I'm going to name my baby Lonnie Jr.
Lonnie Jr. Mm-hmm.
Who names their baby Lonnie?
I don't like the not Lonnie name.
I don't like Lonnie. I don't trust the Lonnie for some reason. I'm sure that he was a great, upstanding individual, but that name just...
Lonnie gives me like someone who works at Best Buy or something.
Oh, really?
Hey, Lonnie, come help this woman find headphones. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being silly, but... So, Lonnie didn't like the comments that Lake would make towards Brenda, so it obviously pissed him off.
So they were like friends?
They were neighbors.
Oh, they were neighbors.
Sorry, I should have said that.
It's okay.
They were neighbors. Lonnie and his family friend Robin Stapley went up to the cabin to confront Lake, and they were never seen again.
Fuck.
Brenda went looking for her boyfriend Lonnie.
Naturally.
Yep. And she saw Lake and said that her boyfriend was inside. Like, come on in. Your boyfriend's here. Once she entered the cabin.
Did she have the baby?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she wasn't going to leave the baby at home.
Well, no, probably
by
not. But
himself.
yeah, I don't know.
Once she got inside, they took the baby from her. They brought her to the bunker because there's the cabin. And then over here.
They're like, oh, he's over there.
Yeah.
He's hanging out in our survivalist dungeon.
Yeah. Well, by this time, she knew as soon as they took the baby.
Oh yeah, I guess that
they just overpowered her and took her. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So they brought her to the bunker. She was drugged, restrained, and held captive. And she was subjected to abuse, all while being filmed.
Oh, wow.
All while being filmed. So Lonnie and Stapley were both shot in the back of the head and buried in the backyard. Investigators later learned that after digging up the property.
So no one knew anything up until they actually got caught.
Yeah. Brenda was featured in the M Ladies video. The second scene with Brenda shows her sitting in a chair with her hands bound.
Oh, God.
Brenda is asking what Lake and Charles did to her family. They tell her they did not kill either person, but when she asks if they're going to kill them, they said probably not. And then she asked if they were going to let her family go. They responded, probably not.
Okay.
A little freaky.
Yeah.
A little fucking freaky.
Yeah.
Lake tells Brenda that they hate her and that the neighborhood hated her and her family after they moved into the house next door.
Oh, wow.
Like, what? Huh?
Yeah.
He says that they were going to give Lonnie, the baby, to a family in Fresno that did not have children.
That was a lie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brenda repeatedly pleads.
Also, how do you're just like, I'm just going to give your baby away.
Yeah. Someone who doesn't have children.
Yeah.
And now they're like, well, I don't have children now. So
right. Can I have
make
him?
sense? Can I have my baby back?
Yeah.
But that's what she does in the video.
Yeah.
She is pleading for her baby.
God, that's sad.
Lake tells Brenda she must work, clean, and fuck for them, or they will tie her to the bed, rape her, and shoot her.
Wow.
Brenda's like, I agree to cooperate.
Yeah.
Anything.
Hoping that she'll live and get to her baby.
Yes. Yeah. Now, in the video later in the trials, this is what was explained of what the video consisted of.
Okay.
So Charles cuts off Brenda's t-shirt and bra with a knife and tells her that she is, in quote, totally ours. He says, you can cry and stuff like the rest of them, but it won't do you no good.
Like the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
There have been more.
There's been more. Now, I couldn't find anyone previous to Brenda and her family.
They could be lying, honestly.
They could be lying.
They could definitely be just to scare her.
They could be lying.
But there also could be, just like with most serial killers, there's several victims that you're just not going to get a lot of information about.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Now, he said, we are pretty, cold-hearted, so to speak. They ask her if she's ready for a shower. When Lake says she will shower with Charles, he replies, yep, I always do like that. It's luckier.
What's lucky about that?
What?
Number one.
What's lucky?
Also, you're gross.
Yeah, disgusting.
Also, it's very unsafe.
Like, I hate these people.
Yeah.
Lake says Charles has his heart set on showering with Brenda, and he does not want to turn Charles down. Brenda strips and repeatedly tells Lake and Charles that she is dizzy, hot, and does not feel well. They tell her to suffer, but eventually he gets her some water. Nice.
Cool.
She tells the men she does not need to take a shower, but Charles responds that it is a house rule that she be clean before he and Lake fuck her.
Ew.
The scene ends with Brenda and Charles going to take a shower, and Lake tells Charles to be careful with her. After they had their time with Brenda, she was strangled and then dismembered and burned.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And after Brenda, they didn't stop. They escalated. This time, it wasn't someone they knew. It was another family.
Oh.
Now, you might be asking, what happened to Lonnie Jr.?
I'm assuming he's dead.
Yeah.
They killed a baby.
Charles strangled that baby.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely awful.
It's a baby.
I know.
Like, it takes a sick fuck.
Yeah.
To kill a baby.
Oh, yes.
That's wild.
Yeah. Charles, he's a different breed.
Yeah.
Than
I think he's just
Leonard.
like very impressionable.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Yeah. It's almost like he has
He was a blank slate.
Feelings.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No feelings. Just like acted on whatever. Yeah.
He had no sort of empathy, no sort of nothing like that. It was very primal. It's a very like reptile brain type of thing.
Yeah. So the next family was the Dubs family. So it was Harvey Dubs, Deborah Dubs, and Sean Dubs, who was just an infant.
Oh, no, another baby.
On the night they disappeared, Deborah was speaking on the phone to a friend when the doorbell rang at their apartment. Deborah told her friend that she had to end the conversation as 2 men had arrived. Now, Harvey, the husband, was starting a new business selling videotaping, those types of equipment.
Stuff.
Yeah. So he had put an ad out saying, I sell stuff.
Okay, so what we've learned now is don't hitchhike from previous stories. Don't put ads anywhere.
Don't answer ads.
And just stay in your house.
Yeah. So he ran that business out of his home, and Harvey and Deborah assumed that it was someone answering the ad. The people that were at the door. Well, it was not.
Damn.
We're not 100% sure what went down inside the apartment, but a neighbor did testify that at approximately 5:45 p.m. on July 25th, she saw an Asian man walking down the Dubs' front steps, struggling to carry a suitcase. He was approached a waiting car. A second man walked out of the driver's side and opened the trunk. An Asian man put the suitcase in the trunk, entered the vehicle, and they drove away.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
I was like, huh? What's in the bag?
I guess a body.
I'm
thinking of myself like when I go on like a flight or something and I have a pretty heavy suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really struggle all that much, but if it's like 100-something pound person or more than one person.
Well, and she happened to see him at 5:45 walking out of the apartment.
Yeah.
We don't know if he was doing that if that was the second run that he made as far as like
yeah.
leaving the apartment and coming back
That just
down.
when she happened
That's
to see
just
him.
what she saw. Yeah.
So we don't even know what
So
part.
there could be several suitcases in the trunk.
Yeah. Dang.
The family was taken to the cabin, the same
Their
fucking
little
place.
hideaway.
Harvey was killed
murder.
immediately by a gunshot to the head. Like,
So they're not fucking with men.
they don't care
They're
about
just
the men.
like, bye.
Yeah. Deborah was taken to the bunker where she was drugged, bound to the chair, and tortured. She was also featured on the M Ladies videos. She was used as a sex slave for Lake. Lake also told her that she had to clean and cook for them. Now, this went on for days.
Oh, God.
Days. This is when it really gets dark. Before they killed Deborah, this was like horrible. They made her watch them kill her baby.
Oh, no.
I know.
No.
I have like tears in my eyes already. Ugh, this is a hard thing to listen to. And I should have said trigger. Every episode
is a trigger warning.
Every episode there's a trigger warning.
Welcome to crimes we didn't commit.
Yeah.
What are we called?
Yeah. We did not commit
We didn't do it.
God dang. So Charles held Sean between his legs.
Don't tell me no.
He twisted his head until his neck was broken.
Oh my God. In front of his mom.
Yeah.
In front of the mother of this baby.
Yes. Now,
and it's a baby. She probably didn't give birth that long ago, like that's literally, I don't have kids, but that connection, that
I'd be like, kill me.
Yeah.
Fucking kill me.
Like at this point.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In the tapes, Deborah is shown being assaulted so severely that, in quotes, she could not have survived.
Oh, wow.
So she was tortured in a way that no one else, I think, can be tortured.
I mean, after that, like...
The entire family after the murders, Lake and Charles dismembered the bodies and burned them.
Oh.
So this is like their thing.
So that's what they do. They take him in, they shoot if there's a man, they kill babies.
Yeah. That's their second.
In front of their mothers or whatever, and then torture the women and to death. And then they dismember and murder and burn. Are they just burning them? Like, do they have a little bonfire?
Yeah, they have these
a crematorium?
What are they called? The big barrels, like the metal barrels that they use.
Fascinating.
Yeah, and later investigators will.
I don't know a single person with a metal barrel. Not a single one. I mean, the biggest barrel of metal is a keg that I've seen.
Yeah. Their next victims were Kathleen Allen, who was 18, and Michael Carroll, who was 22. Charles knew Michael from serving time in prison years prior. The young couple were spending time together when Michael said that he had to go, but he'd be back. But 3 days went by.
He wasn't back.
Kathleen received a phone call at her workplace and was told that Michael was shot at Lake Tahoe. She immediately told her boss that she had to leave.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, had to go.
100%. Like if someone after 3 days of like my significant other being MIA. First of all, where's the police report?
Yeah. Well, they didn't live together, so it wasn't like too weird.
Okay. So they're just a couple.
They're just
they
a
don't
couple.
have like a kid or none of that. No. Okay, so they're dating.
22 and 18.
Okay, yeah.
22 and 18. So no, they didn't have any kids.
Okay. Not that you can't have kids at that age.
Yeah.
But they just happen to not.
Right.
Okay.
Now this is what I found is weird. I couldn't find anything of like why or how this happened, but she was last seen getting into a car with Lake. I think it's because
he probably like came and picked her up or something because Michael knew Lake. Well, or Charles.
Michael knew Charles.
Yeah. So then, and I'm sure that they were like, "Oh, my buddy's gonna come pick you up and
that's
take
my
you to
guess."
your,
but
to
I didn't
want to
like put that out there that I know that 100%.
Like I said, this is built on lies.
Yeah. It was later discovered by Charles' own admission to investigators that I killed her quick. He said, which, like, what?
First of all, the fact that you killed her.
Yeah.
Quick doesn't make it any better.
No.
I mean, maybe, for her family, probably it makes it better, but ultimately it doesn't.
Yeah. I killed her should be like, period. And
yes, you're done.
Yeah. He said that one time she tried to escape from the cell. So the bunker, I didn't even explain the bunker. The bunker was like a makeshift mini like apartment looking. So there was a living room, but then there was this cell, right? Like a small room. And that's where they would just lock away the women until
I see.
They wanted something from them. Okay. Unless they wanted them to cook or clean.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Majority of their time there was spent in that cell.
Okay.
Charles, this is messed up. So when she tried to escape the cell that one time, Charles put his gun inside her vagina and made her call her workplace, which she worked at Safeway, the grocery store, and she had to ask for time off of her job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And for some reason, so she would receive paychecks and they wanted her to, she had to change her address.
To there?
To send the paychecks to the cabin.
Well, that was dumb.
Yeah.
On their...
So stupid.
Yeah. Like, way to go.
Yeah. They're not the brightest.
No.
But
it seems like they're making more mistakes as they're going along.
Yeah.
Because now they're
fulfilling their fantasies.
They are, but they picked her up from work. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to assume there's, some sort of CCTV footage.
Right.
And the address change. Mm-hmm. And then I'm sure that she has family.
Yeah.
Or something.
Well, all these people were reported missing.
Yeah.
So
but there was nothing to tie them.
They
because
didn't
he
know.
wasn't tied to that Harvey Dubs family.
Yes.
And then the one before that
was the cabin next to them, which
and they just moved there, so okay.
Yeah. Now Kathleen's assaults were also filmed as well as her death.
I said nice.
Yeah, what?
But not really. Just like, of course.
Like, yeah, tracks. Now, on the tape, they told her that if she did not cooperate and become a sex slave, they would rape her, take her out back, put a bullet in her head, and bury her next to Michael.
Well, then go ahead at that point. And I'm just like, you know what?
Just take me out back.
That sounds a lot easier. I mean, that sounds sick. That sounds fucked up. But...
Well, I mean, God.
Like, I don't want to be anyone's slave.
Those options are just...
It's bad and bad.
Yeah. Bad and worse.
Yeah.
Now, she was made to give massages. She was shackled to her bed, wearing only shorts while they took pictures of her. Lake starts to explain to her Lake tells Kathleen that he normally does not confess his sadistic tendencies to strangers, but that he could talk to her because she was, quote, going to go away and I'm never going to have to deal with you again, unfortunately for you, end quote.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thanks.
Lake makes her put on lingerie and then takes more photographs of her. He tells her he's going to get her dressed because they're going to go outside.
Okay.
While the exact moment of Michael's death was not recorded, investigators believe he was murdered shortly after his abduction to get him out of the way. His driver's license was later found at the Wileysville cabin, and he was mentioned in a videotape as being buried on the property. When they took her outside, they shot and killed her, dismembered her, and buried her.
Did they burn her too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Forgot to mention that. That's part of their thing, right?
Yeah. Dang.
Now, there were many more deaths that they created.
They sound very prolific. They created the deaths.
Yeah, I know that sounded weird. As soon as I said it, I was like, I don't think that's right. Those deaths were motivated by sex, right? Yeah. Motivated by that philosophy.
Yeah.
And the M tapes and all of that.
Yeah.
Their other victims were motivated by money and just personal vendettas.
Okay.
Lake killed his own brother, who he resented his whole life.
So let's just kill him then.
Let's just fucking kill him.
I'm angry at you, so now you die.
Now, what's really sad is, so his brother was 31 when he was killed. He was his younger brother, and his younger brother was hit by a train as a child and was mentally disabled from the accident.
Oh, wow.
And
That's rough.
Lake resented him because his disability required the full attention of their mother and then later grandmother.
Okay.
So sad.
That is extremely sad. And why? You could just help.
Yeah, no.
If you just helped, it would take the strain off of your mom and your grandma and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be helping someone.
He's not able to do that.
No, he's not.
He referred to him as a leech in conversations with ex-wife Clarilyn Cricket and said that he did not deserve to live. In December of 1982, Donald is his name. Did I say that before? Donald.
Maybe.
He was living with his mother in San Francisco, California, when Lake stopped by and asked Donald to come along to a house-sitting job. Donald was never seen again, and his mother reported him missing. Leonard had stolen Donald's identity and began cashing his disability checks. Leonard also later forged a letter to their mother claiming to be Donald and that he had moved away to live with drug dealers in Reno, Nevada.
So, first of all, first thing is Donald is being cared for. Probably didn't do any drugs.
No.
Might have been taking some sort of pain something, whatever it is.
Yep.
And then also Leonard thinks he's a leech. So instead of someone who needs the money getting
Who's the leech now?
Bitch.
Yeah.
It's
Son
him.
of a bitch.
Dang.
Leonard killed his best man from his wedding.
What the fuck is he doing?
He's just got a hit list, apparently.
That's wild.
He was 34 years old, and he did it because he wanted to steal his van.
Oh, God.
This guy's a nut job.
He is nuts.
Charles.
I want your van.
Give me that fucking van. So he also told people that he ran off with some woman.
Okay.
So he was like,
okay. He's just making up things.
I'm gonna get that van. And this mother ran off with his fucking...
With no van.
No van.
With no van.
How'd he get there?
He literally ran.
Yeah. He also killed a man named Jeffrey Dean Askren, 30 years old. And he was killed because Lake wanted his Honda.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
He also killed a man named Maurice Anthony Rock, who was 37. And he was killed, but there was no reason.
He just killed him?
Or the reason was unknown.
Okay.
He was just like, you probably have something I want.
Yeah. I'm going to check after I kill you.
Now, none of this is funny, but it kind of is.
Yeah. It's just humorous because, you're literally killing someone for things that you could easily acquire.
The ridiculous of it.
Yeah. It's obscene. It's absurd.
Yeah.
It's just wild.
So the last known victim, his name was Paul Stephen Cosner. He was 39. He was last seen in San Francisco, California. His brown 1980 Honda Prelude disappeared with him. Cosner had advertised the vehicle for sale in a local newspaper and went missing when he went to show his car to a potential buyer who Cosner described as weird.
Okay.
This was when everything starts to unfold for them.
Thank God. It's about damn time.
It's about time. On June 2nd, 1985, Charles was caught. Can you guess?
Klepto. Stealing. I got it.
Yeah. He was stealing a vise from a hardware store in South San Francisco.
A vise.
It's like one of those things you put on the table.
That you crank it.
Yes.
To hold
opens
something.
and close it. Yes. And he fled on foot, throwing the vise into the trunk of a brown Honda. Lake attempted to pay for the vise, but by then police had arrived.
Okay.
Lake was like, yo,
I'll take care of it. It's good.
I'll
That's
buy
just my
it.
pet dog.
Yeah,
he
he's
needs
not
help.
all there.
No.
Yeah. Officers noticed that Lake bore no resemblance to the photo on his driver's license, which carried the name Robin Scott Stapley.
Who was dead.
Now, yeah, he was dead, or he was dead. He was killed with Brenda O'Connor
Yeah.
and Lonnie
Yeah.
and the baby.
Because Robin and Lonnie came to, confront what's-his-face.
Lake, yes. Now, they knew that Robin was reported missing several weeks earlier. So they're like, wait a minute, how do you have his ID?
Okay. They're putting the pieces together.
Yeah. So immediately Lake was arrested after. So they looked in that Honda because they knew the vice was thrown into the Honda. So that was immediately.
There's like, we're going to
look through this car.
Yeah.
Right. Now, he was arrested because there was a silencer found in the trunk of the Honda.
That's illegal.
Yeah. And was later positively identified a fingerprint search. Lonnie's license plate was affixed to the car he was driving.
Okay, and Lonnie's missing.
Yep.
Robin's missing.
Who has also been reported missing.
They just stole something. Shit's
popping off.
Yeah.
Inside the vehicle, Inspector Brunn found a Pacific Gas and Electric Company bill addressed to Lake's ex-wife, Clarilyn Cricket. The envelope listed an address in Wileysville, a town in
the cabin,
Clovis County, approximately 3 hours west of San Francisco. So they have
the cabin's address,
several items of missing people, right? And then they have an address,
nice,
which happens to be that cabin,
the death zone.
The death zone. At the station, Lake was placed in an interrogation room where he was given a pen, paper, and a glass of water. A short time later, a detective entered the room to conduct an interview and found Lake violently convulsing on the floor, appearing to be extremely panicked, showing signs of not being able to breathe, basically.
Asphyxiation.
That's the one. The notepad contained a brief suicide note. At the hospital, it was determined that he swallowed cyanide pills he had sewn into his clothes. Lake never regained consciousness.
So he was never planning on getting caught.
He died on June 2nd. He died, I'm sorry, the 6th. No, he never planned on getting caught. He was going to take those cyanide pills and end it.
Wow.
It was going to be his choice.
He died on June 6th. What year?
Of 1985.
Okay, I was like, I have an ex that was born on that day, and I was like, he's pretty shitty.
I mean, I guess it could be him. I'll show you a picture later.
Okay.
So, yeah, he never planned on, getting caught. He was going to take his death into his own hands.
Wow.
Another piece of that control thing that he had going on.
He's very much, he's a control freak. Wow. Yeah. And he was not willing.
No.
He knew what he was doing was wrong, like we said at the beginning.
Yep.
And he knew he was going to eventually get caught.
Yes. That's why he's sewn them into his clothes.
That's wild.
Yeah. But
that's bananas.
Do you sew them into every piece of clothing that you have? Or do you wear the same
thing all the time and never wash it?
You can't wash it.
No, you wouldn't be able to.
Because what if those outside pieces dissolve, right? So
like if it's a pill, it's
what if you're sweating too much?
Right. It's California.
Yeah.
I mean, the likelihood of it being hot.
But it's Northern California.
I don't know the difference,
San
but I'm
Francisco's
sure that
up.
And that means more not hot.
Well, there's no humidity, so
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that means you're less damp as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So the likelihood of sweating is
lower.
So
he couldn't have done that in Georgia, right? Because
no way. Texas,
they would melt.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, they would melt.
North Carolina even.
No. So if you're trying to sew in some cyanide in your clothes,
if you're planning on
be out west or up north, really.
Right. That's the best way to go about that. But I mean, that's really smart. At the same time, if you know that you are going to potentially get caught for something, wait,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So investigators found the suicide extremely odd.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like he was being arrested for murder.
He knew.
It was the...
Yeah. It was for the stealing of the shit.
It was...
But then also the missing people.
Yes.
And so he knew that was the connection.
Right.
And then it was game over.
At the same time...
He wasn't charged with anything yet.
As far as the police knew, there was nothing happening at that cabin.
Little did they know. Unbeknownst to them.
Unbeknownst to them. Because who knows if they were to be like, okay, we need to check out this address, right?
Yeah. So he knew, once they took the next steps, if they took any step, he was gonna get found out.
So the police reach out to Cricket, Clarilyn, because they thought she could give them more information about this cabin in Wileysville.
Okay.
Police were led to the property by Clarelyn, who initially gave permission to search. During that first search, investigators found items stolen from the Dubs family, including a VCR. The serial number confirmed it belonged to the missing family. After that discovery, Clarelyn revoked consent.
So she's in on it, that means.
Forcing the police to get a search warrant.
Okay. That means she knows something. She knew something.
She knew something. The full search lasted 5 weeks and involved multiple law enforcement agencies. Investigators uncovered thousands of bone and tooth fragments scattered and buried across the property.
That's gross.
Ew.
That's so scary.
Ew.
Can you imagine? What if they had sold it and that no one found out ever?
Yeah.
And they were just like, oh, look, teeth.
And the kids are in the yard just like playing, collecting rocks.
Look, I found a stick.
Like, Mommy, look at this rock I found. And she's like, that is not a rock. Forensic experts determined the remains belonged to at least 4 adults, 1 child under 3, and 1 infant.
Wow.
Ugh. Many of the bones showed clear evidence of burning, suggesting attempts to destroy evidence. Some remains were so fragmented they had to be analyzed piece by piece. Investigators also found buried human tissue, confirming the brutality and extent to the crimes.
Wow.
They found items belonging to victims, further tying him to the crimes.
So they just found all of it.
Yeah, it's
Is
like
what it sounds like.
It's like they just
It's like case closed.
they left everything out perfectly for investigators.
Right. And I'm sure they thought that they took care of the evidence well enough.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, okay, we're going to dismember them. We're going to burn them.
Yes.
And everything will be done.
Well, and I think too, like with all the missing people, that was just what it was. They were just random missing people.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they stumbled really upon all of this.
Because of that
Because
robbery.
Charles stole a vice from a hardware store.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I'm glad that happened, but what if it didn't? You know?
I know.
I think about stuff like that when there's like serial killers who have, it's by chance.
Yes.
They were caught.
That's why it's so crazy that when I read this case, I'm like, oh my God, I have to do it.
Yeah.
So they also found a hand-drawn, in quotes, treasure map leading them to 2 buried 5-gallon buckets. One contained an envelope with names and identifications, suggesting the total number of victims might have been as high as 25.
Holy cow.
The other contained Lake's handwritten journals for 1983 and 1984.
Also, they drew a treasure map.
Yeah.
They
They sure did. Honestly, it sounds like something
Dora the Explorer
Charles would do.
Yeah.
Like,
I need to put X here, dot, dot, that way. There is tree, and then we go that way.
now, inside the container, they also found 2 videotapes, which documented the torture of 2 of their victims. One was labeled M Ladies, like we talked about. Now, after all of this, after Charles got caught and was, well, not caught, but after he stole the vice and all of this started happening, Charles fled to Canada as soon as the investigation began.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. He changed his name to join the military, the army, the Marines, whatever it was. And so now he's like, I'm just going to be someone else somewhere else.
The fact that this idiot can evade and get away from all this is mind-blowing to me.
It's wild.
Who draws a treasure map and still gets away?
Gets away.
Yeah.
Is able to flee the whole country.
Makes no sense. But of course, investigators, put a picture up. It is all over the news. It was like,
I mean, they were doing what they could.
Yes. Obviously, this case became huge.
Yeah.
So he was recognized by a teenage boy who had seen his photo in the news. Charles was eventually placed under arrest for shoplifting.
Little klepto.
At the time of his arrest, he was found with a .22 caliber handgun linked to Leonard Lake, ammunition, and handcuffs.
Nice.
Yeah. Charles served 4.5 years in a Canadian prison and tried to fight extradition to the United States. on the grounds that he would be subject to capital punishment. In 1991, he was extradited to California, where he was indicted on 12 counts of first-degree murder. The trial finally began in 1998, so it took 8 years to get to trial.
That's crazy.
It's
I mean, it
so
always
long.
takes so long. It
So
does.
long.
And it doesn't make sense to me that it does.
Yeah, it makes
You're
no
like,
sense.
we know they did the thingy, so now can we punish them?
He really tried to delay the trial, though.
Yeah.
Like, he played a part in that as far as...
I mean, he was fleeing, all of that stuff.
Yes. Well, he would fire his attorneys. Like, he would just make it so difficult for this trial to move forward.
So he's not all that stupid.
No. He's got some sort of...
There's a couple marbles in there.
Smartness happening, but it outweighs.
Yeah.
Despite the video evidence and the information in Lake's diaries, Charles maintained that he was merely an observer, and Lake planned and committed all the kidnappings, rapes, and murders unassisted. He was just there. But Charles didn't do any of it. Is what he's claiming.
He was just hanging out.
He was just like, I just saw him do it. I was over there.
Yeah, I was watching.
I made a map. That's all I did. That's all I did. I was just drawing.
The whole time.
Charles did make admissions to some of the killings, finally. Okay. Charles also told investigators that killing Sean Dubbs, the baby, was, in quotes, not easy, but it was just business, a part of the operation.
It was just business.
Yep.
Just a little business.
Just
my little baby killing business.
I just had a meeting.
Yeah, and I had to take care of it.
I just had a meeting with a baby.
Yeah.
Defendant Charles told him that they took video equipment from the Dubbs residence regarding Cosner, so Paul Cosner, the vehicle. He told the detective that he did not want to kill, in quotes, that punk, but Lake wanted his fucking Honda, a cheap fucking Honda, end quote.
Okay.
So he's just fucking flat out to the point, direct.
He's flying off the handle.
He literally is flying off the handle. No, unfortunately, they couldn't charge and try Lake because he's a bitch and took his own life.
Yeah.
During the trial, Charles...
Such a nifty trick.
Yeah.
Such a nifty little trick he did, though.
It's insane to me that he just, sewed cyanide into his jacket that he must have wore every single day.
And never washed.
Right. Unless he did it to multiple pieces of clothing, which makes way more sense.
It does make more sense, but I like to think...
I like to think it was the same jacket.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I got to get my suicide jacket. During the trial, Charles's parents both testified for him. They were basically saying that his behaviors are most likely because of his childhood. Even his dad said that the abuse he caused is probably what led his son to be the way that he turned out to be.
That's wild.
Yeah. So his parents were still sort of defending him and his behavior. Like, he is not what he's doing.
Right.
Right. Like, he is a product of abuse.
Yeah. I think it's crazy that his parents said that, though.
I know.
I have never heard of a time that that happens.
No. I was shocked when I read that.
That's a very crazy thing.
Yeah. During the trial, Charles somehow found the number of one of his jury members to try and get a mistrial, but that was ultimately denied due to the juror did not recognize the voice on the phone. So the judge ruled that it wouldn't give her any reason to have bias.
Okay.
So he was trying to taint one of the jurors.
Yeah.
Charles said he regretted his actions in the M Ladies video. He said he was young and adventurous.
Oh, it's just a little adventure, a little map adventure.
He said he didn't exercise independent judgment.
He just had his little map adventure.
I was just
following the leader, my captain.
My mentor.
Yeah.
They played the videos of the M Ladies during the trial. Everyone in the courtroom had to witness the brutal crimes Lake and Charles had committed.
That sucks.
That
sucks.
And they recorded everything.
Yeah. Do I want to be one of those jurors? Absolutely.
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I mean, it would just be fascinating.
No, you're right.
Witness.
I would love that. I mean,
But also, would I hate it? Absolutely.
I mean, I wouldn't want to see the babies.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't want to see any of it, but I also
No, I get it.
do.
My sick mind wants to see
Yeah, I
all
feel like
of
we
it.
talked about this before.
We did. I just, when I said no, I'm thinking like Sean Dubs and
Yeah.
the infant. But yeah, of course, my sick fuck mind wants to see all of it.
Yeah. Like, I want to know.
I want to know all of it. The family of the victims made statements, which, I mean, everything they said is heartbreaking because, you know, most people, when they're a victim of a crime, they get talked about as bright and intelligent, lights up a room.
Everyone loves them.
They'll do anything for anybody,
Yeah.
you know, and that's basically what those families were saying. Ultimately, because of all the overwhelming evidence, he was found guilty after 2 weeks.
Why did it take that long?
I said, what?
Why did it take that long?
2 weeks is too long.
2 weeks is 2 weeks too long.
I mean, I was trying to think about why it took 2 weeks, and my guess is they are focusing on Leonard Lake as well as Charles and trying to decipher
who actually gets credit for what.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know what it looks like. I've never been on a jury.
Me either. I've never even gotten jury duty.
I haven't either. I don't know if I'm allowed to right now.
Probably not.
But maybe one day.
Maybe.
So I don't know what it looks like behind the scenes of that.
I don't know.
Like, what do they discuss? Is it just like, okay, we're going to say guilty, not guilty of whatever? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's all they do, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's why I think some of the people had a hard time, especially when the parents are testifying like, he is not this person. It's because of his past. You know, I don't know. I don't know.
I just realized everything that I said about the jury duty makes me sound like a complete idiot.
Are they just supposed to say guilty, not guilty? I think so.
How do you spell jury? I digress.
He was sentenced to death in 1999. He tried to appeal many times, but was denied each time, of course.
I bet.
Fucker. Then California death penalty was overturned in 2006. So he'll just sit on what they still refer to as death row for the rest of his life.
Okay. How long ago was this again?
1999.
Is he still around? Is he alive? Do we know this? Is this public information?
I think he is still alive, but
I'm going to find out.
Check on that.
Charles Ng.
So, in part, Lake and Charles were motivated by a ghoulish desire for sexual sadism. The torture tapes revealed the vicious rapes that the gruesome twosome perpetrated against their defenseless victims. The murders were also part of a power game, a team sport in which the two players set loose some of their victims into the woods.
Oh, wow.
Okay, only to hunt them down as if they were wild animals. The police found at the hideout an inscription bearing the killer's creed. Now, in quote, "If you love something, set it free. If it doesn't come back, hunt it down and kill it." End quote.
That's gross.
That is disgusting. I found this case to be absolutely fascinating, disgusting. It's so gruesome.
It's all of those things.
It's all of those things. Now,
it was completely, it's, you know, I don't know the word for it because I can't come up with one right now, but it's like they just don't care. You know, but the thing is that they know it's wrong. They knew, or at least Leonard did.
Right.
This whole time. And I'm assuming Charles did too, since he's fleeing and shit, you know? And
of course.
It looks like that he is still alive.
I'm pretty sure when I did check, I thought he was still alive. Yes, he is still alive.
Yeah.
I remember checking it and he's still in, is it San Quentin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. He's
San
a little
Quentin.
chunkers right now.
Yeah, he got a little chunk.
Yeah. That's feeling him good. Well, that sucks.
Yeah. Absolutely disgusting. So when I was researching, and we need to do an entire episode about like the psychology of serial killers because I found this like incredible.
Oh, the journal that you sent me, I haven't even had the chance to read it.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. So there's 3 different types of serial killers that have empathy or lack of, is what I'm reading.
So it's one or the other.
One or the other. So there's certain killers that are only profit motivated crimes. So they absolutely lack empathy.
Okay.
Where they want to just like get their shit and leave, but they don't want to watch people suffer. Like they're not all about like that torture and everything. Right. They just want to get what they get and peace out.
If you're in the way, then you'll die. If you're not in the way, then bye.
Yes. So this one is where I put Lake and Charles to be.
Okay.
So it says, for sadistic serial killers, however, the presence of empathy, even intensely heightened empathy, may be essential in 2 ways. First, their crimes require highly tuned powers of cognitive empathy in order to trap their victims. So again, Leonard Lake, he's able to talk to people, lure them in a certain way. Now, indeed, killers who do not understand their victims' feelings would be incapable of conning them effectively. So when he made that video and he's like, yep, I know that.
And then also at the same time, he was able to, when he got out of prison. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, no.
Who?
Now I got confused.
Well,
I'm mixing cases now. I'm mixing cases.
It's happening already. Well, when he made the video and saying, you know, I know what I'm doing is wrong.
Yeah.
I know that women don't find me attractive, but I know I want one and I know I'm going to use one and I know it's fucked up, but that's what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. So, for example, like Ted Bundy, he understood all too well the sensibilities of the female college students who were taken in by his fiend helplessness. He trapped attractive young women by appearing to be disabled and asking them for help. Mm-hmm. Many complied and died for their troubles. So that's how I see Lake, right? Like he just like lured people in, like he's answering ads, he's trying to do this, he's doing that, and he has some sort of empathy to be able to engage.
He has an understanding of people in that way.
Yes, he can engage with people.
Yeah.
But then there's the sadistic part where he wants to see them hurt. He wants to see them tortured and suffering and all of that. So yeah, I want to get more into this, but I also want to like have that be an entire
whole episode.
Yeah, because it's fascinating. It's fascinating. Which in that is a lot of cases that I think we need to do moving forward.
Okay.
That are really, really good.
I think it's going to be a great time.
I think so too. I hope you guys liked this episode. If there's episodes out there that you want us to cover, please shoot us an email.
Or cases you want us to cover.
What did I say?
If there are episodes out there.
Cases for an episode you want us to cover.
Let us know.
Yeah. Email us at crimeswedidn'tcommit@gmail.com.
Or you can DM us on Instagram at crimeswedidn'tcommit.
Mm-hmm. Or TikTok. Either way.
Yeah.
Please go follow those accounts too, please.
Yeah.
And
share it with somebody.
Yes, share it. That's
your other true crime friend person.
Yep. And then wherever you listen to us, whatever platform, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon.
Yeah.
Please hit the follow button.
And then rate it.
Yeah, that's
but
so
only
important.
5 stars, please.
Yeah, if you have something bad to say, just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, you can tell the wall.
Just direct message us.
Or don't. Yeah. I'm not good with criticism at all. I will just cry.
No, email me. Email me, not Dana.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So hopefully you enjoyed that, even though it was pretty sick.
Pretty sick and gruesome, yeah.
There's more to come.
Yeah. So thank you for listening.
And remember,
we promise.
We didn't do it. We'll get it right. I don't remember what we say.
So stay tuned for our next episode. Stay safe. We didn't do it.